Look at you. Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we have Vogel in this letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig? Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
母を知ってんのか?
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
You must help me. It would mean a great deal to me if you could find any information about that day.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm
all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then, partner.
なんかパートナーができたけど。
I'm glad we managed to get the scoop before the raid.
おーい、おい、マジか。まあこの時代はこんなもんなのか。どれどれ。私、サントス・ピンチェッティはグランドサライ地区のマンチョス邸で発生したと思われる殺人事件を通報した目撃者である。社交会の準備中、私は閉ざされた祭壇室から大きな物音を聞いた。私はカード・マンチョスが話をしていた。生き物を生贄に捧げる行為を即座に思い出した。壁には血で奇妙な印が描かれ、ダガーが心臓に刺さっていたのだ。私は気を取り直してすぐ警察署に殺人事件を報告した。この供述に対して署は警察官を派遣し、その間に目撃者は帰宅した。悪魔儀式の目撃者による遺体発見の通報を受け、マンチョス邸の強制捜査の許可が下りた。これにより多数の被害容疑者が逮捕し、仮面とロープを身につけ、わいせつ行為や異常な行動をとっている集団を離散させることに成功した。祭壇の上で発見された遺体の胸にはナイフによる傷が確認された。警察官は被害者が20歳の地元の演者である芸術家であるファビオであると断定した。逮捕された容疑者は次の通り、ボーゲルは被害者によって書かれた中傷の手紙を所持していた。遺体を発見したのは自分だと主張している。容疑者はその風変わりな性格で悪名高い人物だ。ホームズ。被害者の血が付着した凶器のダガーのほか複数の証拠を携帯していた。ホームズが容疑者であるボーゲルに招待されたのは警察の捜査を妨害するためであると思われる。マンチョスは邸宅の主人で悪魔的なパーティーの主催者である。被害者に報酬を支払い儀式に参加させた。事件現場に入ることができた。マティスタ、ファビオの相棒として儀式に参加していた。逃走を試み逮捕に抵抗した。祭壇室で執り行われた儀式が記された本を所持していた。その他の客はさらなる聴取のため一時的に勾留中である。鍵？
Back on track to solve the case.
このチケットの提供者には62から60番の事件の証拠をすべて調べる許可が与えられる。サントスは執事長。報告にサンチョス。 サントスは容疑者であり逮捕して尋問するべきだ。彼が持っていた鍵には金鍵について調書に何も書かれていない。そうだな。あとはちょっとわからんな。多分合わないでしょ。ちょっといろいろ聞いてみないとわからんな。あ、出れた。
Look, I found Werner.
ん？いねえぞ。ボーナー？いた。
Good day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner in this investigation.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained boors. Although I don't mind meeting young officers, the new blood here.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the Boers again.
That voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman. What a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble? I would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy after all.
I need to examine you first.
ハゲている。化粧している。繊毛剤による発疹。ああ、白髪ってことね、本当は。急いで手を洗った。おっと？容疑者？非常に贅沢な靴。カートマッチは非常に裕福だが風変わりで分別がない。彼はコルドダの上流階級の人間たちのためにパーティーを主催しマンチョス邸を所有している。彼が時間を共に過ごすのは自分と同じく過剰な特権を持った人間たちだ。だがそんな交際の仕方をしてきたことで彼は自分の健康に気を使うようになった。彼は体を清潔に保つため薬と繊毛剤を過剰に使いかえって肌を傷つけている。アホやな。
You are so focused on cleanliness that these products are severely damaging your skin.
I would laugh at you. If only my cheeks didn't hurt. Not exactly. I try to take care of my body. A young man who has yet to confront his own aging couldn't hope to understand.
These chemicals are quite literally melting your face.
Ah, the price of beauty. I'll be fine. I'm sure of it.
Such a methodical man who cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits?
今のところ一番の容疑者だな。
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties. but I would like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
I'd like to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
Oh, all true labourers, I see. Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protege and my beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him. That's not something I know much about. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about. That's not something I know much about.
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me in here.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police. I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy at my party.
やっぱそうだな、ファビオのこと好きになってるよな。カートはよく体を洗う。知らんし。違うか。違うか。お、なんか出たな。カートは道楽のために準備をしている。カートマンチョスは堕落した趣味のために注意深く準備をしている。あ、間違えた。カートは殺人の後で自らを洗った。俺こっちだと思うんだよな。今んところはだけど。よし。こいつか。
I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald. You are
Matista.
Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday,
何の話をしてる？
just like Fabio.
Please accept my condolences for your friend.
Thank you.
I'm just here to ask questions and find Fabio's murderer.
It will not bring Fabio back.
目が怖いんだけど。 血が溜まった傷、最近つけられた。首絞められた？自分で入れ墨した？すげえな、おい。爪を噛んでいる。神経質。自分で傷つけた。こいつやべえやつじゃん。足かせ。あ、こいつも K だ。ファビオの相棒であるマティスタは辛い人生を送ってきた。また子供だった頃から彼女は奴隷として働いていた。同じ奴隷であるファビオと出会ったのが二人が似た印を持っていることがそのためだ。古い傷は思春期の奴隷生活の頃のものだ。奴隷時代の経験で負った心の傷は現在も彼女を苦しめている。神秘周期に読めないとしている彼女はオカルトの印を入れ墨をしている。マティスタは過去の出来事を忘れようとしており、演者としての生活で金を稼ごうとしているようだ。
You have both old and new scars. Some from the time when you were a slave with Fabio. Other scars have a different origin. The guests pay good money to torment you?
I am skilled in giving pleasure, but I don't participate in such practices.
I thought your body was...
For sale? It's true. Many unwanted things were done to my body. And the pain helped me to discover...
Occult deities? Yes, the tattoo speaks loudly of it.
Yes. Your gods abandoned me, and the ones I favor now are more protective of me.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died. We ran away that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Cordona. Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but it became better with time. Until today.
なんで座ったのにまた立ったの？
The bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else made them.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes. マティスタは客に傷つけられた。マティスタはパーティーの最中に客から乱暴な声を受け体に傷を負った。マティスタは傷つけたのはファビオだ。喫煙室でもめファビオはマティスタを傷つけた。いや違うんじゃない？こっちか？さて次はこれじゃない。あっちか、向こうに行ったのか。もうおらんな。あ、ここにおんのか。
Werner, are you all right?
Oh, yes, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
嘘はつかないよ。
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
知らないのかこの辺のことに関しては。
I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I can't follow you here.
おー。
I can't follow you here. I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
え？
I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I can't follow you here. I can't follow you here. I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
お？
I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti,
Do I know him?
the major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you.
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
こんだけ？さてどうしたものか。
This area is restricted.
あ、出れるのか。
Don't look at them. They'll serve us if necessary.
Did you hear Basilio Capello is in jail?
バジリオ・
A
コ
dead
ペロ。
body was found in his showroom.
誰？コペロ施設で起きた事件について何の話？ 有名な防犯用品会社コペロ設備の経営者バジリオ・コペロが逮捕されたという話に興味を惹かれた。彼の置かれた状況は非常に奇妙で、バジリオ氏の店の金庫の中でニクロ・テッティという男が遺体が発見されたような。バジリオは無罪を主張しているが、証拠は彼にとって不利だ。彼は警察署内の交流所に留置中に拘束されている。
In the police. Let's pretend to be cops, eh? We can just stand around.
ちょっとまた新しい事件増えたよ。
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
さてと。
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
証拠室ってどこにあるんだろう。まあぽいな。
Good day. Your ticket, please, if you want me to help you. Don't waste my time.
I'd like to check the evidence from this case.
And who are you?
Oswald sent me. I'm a consulting detective.
His partner, then? Let me see. Ah, a ritual murder. What a bunch of degenerates. Wait a second. I'll bring it to the table.
おう。鍵。
All the keys of the mansion on one golden ring. A heavily perfumed handkerchief with the initials KM in the corner.
KM。
It's a miracle this ruby hasn't tempted anyone.
ボーゲルの証拠箱の中にあった手紙。気は確かなのか？あなたは自分の憎しみを制御できていない。少なくとも僕の周りではない。僕は見通しさ。僕は僕が決めた人と一緒に過ごし、会話をし遊ぶんだ。僕はマティスタじゃない。金をもらってはいるが、あなたは僕の飼い主じゃない。もちろんあなたからの寛大な援助は返さないよ。 いくら受け取ってもあなたの感情の爆発にさらされる足しにはならないけどね。僕とあなたの関係はもう終わりだ。マティスタはまだいるだろうけどね。ファビオより。ほう。
Not the time for privacy. An emergency kit for boredom.
振られそうになったから殺したってこと？だから振られたから殺したってことか？
A handcrafted charm that contains hair and nail clippings.
ん
Her key to the altar room. That's not for bedtime reading. This ex libris belongs to Manchios Library.
警察による逮捕の最中、マティスタのカバンから置かれた本が発見された。蔵書表によればこの本はカート氏が所有する蔵書の一冊だ。本には事件現場に似た儀式の絵と文章による解説が記されている。近日中に他界した大切な人体を裸体にせよ。火星と金星の紋章を書くことで汝の力を増幅させ、男そして女の本質に力を与え、男の心臓を金色のダガで貫き、汝を愛さない血を取り除け、汝の愛を示す紋章をかけ、蘇生を待つ間、魅惑の呪文を暗唱せよ。
The book describes a ritual similar to the one performed in the altar room.
似てるというか、もうそのものだね。そっちなの？ちょっと待てよ。
Werner's personal sketchbook. Thank you, officer.
俺は何か勘違いをしているのか、もしかして。サントスはどこにおるんだ？